All right, welcome to the personal habit tracker for June the 2nd of 2025. Daily intention for today was let go of the result, focus on the present. What I did today, woke up, read, meditated, then got straight to work. Then went to the cafe to change up the environment and do more work. During our daily huddle today, so we had like a miscommunication with a client last week. Long story short, like we got to the bottom of it today, but basically the client was sold and then the sales rep told them, hey, we're going to focus on chronic pain, not hair restoration or anti-aging or any of the other pain points that stem cell solves, right? He said stem cells, we're going to do chronic pain with it, right? Then they got on their onboarding call with me and I said, and they asked me the same question, right? Can we do something else? Can we? So yes, but we're going to start with chronic pain, right? Then they got on their launch call with our CSM, right? And then they asked him again. And then the CSM said, I mean, this is good that he said this because we didn't communicate this. It's like we were operating based off like telepathic neuro wavelengths, right? But we didn't actually communicate this to each other. We just, kind of just knew that, hey, we're doing chronic pain. We even looked at the onboarding form. He's like, hey, it seems like we're going to do chronic pain. But then I don't know where something got lost. Everybody said the same thing, but the issue was that they kept asking, even though we already said no. Okay. And somewhere, maybe there was some leniency. It wasn't in me, it wasn't in the sales rep. Maybe there's some leniency in the CSM or our fulfillment manager because they were on a call with him. And then that caused some sort of, I feel like I'm talking to different people and like we told you guys we want to do this, but you're doing this, and we're like, no, no, we told you. Like it was so confusing. Like basically, they felt like they were talking to different people, and everybody's saying a different thing, but we were saying the same thing. And so on our daily huddle today, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I think we were in the right, but to fully analyze this situation, really get to the bottom of this, saying that we're right and acknowledging we didn't do anything wrong, that's completely unacceptable. So I basically said, we got to get to the bottom. Even if we think we're right, we have to get to the bottom and understand where we could have went wrong, right? It's completely unacceptable that something bad happens and we can't just say, client's fault, right? No, we got to figure out what the fuck we did wrong. So that's we basically what we did was we took the Fathom recording from the sales call from the sales rep, took the Fathom recording from me, took the Fathom recording from the some in between call, and then took the Fathom recording from the launch call, broke down all the transcripts, copied them into ChatGPT, and said, "Hey, where was the disconnect?" And ChatGPT was kind of on some bullshit, but we still, even after then, we couldn't get to the bottom of it. But what we did was we ended up breaking down and saying, okay, here's what we need to do. We can't get to the bottom of this exact situation. We'll admit somewhere we fucked up, okay? But what we're gonna do moving forward is, okay, the sales rep, after a deal is closed, take the transcript, put it into GPT, send a summary, or send a summary somewhere to the CSM, right? So that this data is kept and they know what was said, triggers psychologically, whatever happened, and what the deal was closed on, basically, right? That was one thing. The next thing, we're changing our how we're structuring our launch call. So instead of doing like a Google slide presentation to launch, we're actually just going to do like a complete walk through the funnel and show the client that kind of thing. Um, I think there was one or two more things I can't remember. But then had interviews with three new setters, and I'm super glad they were all pretty qualified. And the reason they were qualified is because our uh, what's it called, call center manager basically screened them before sending them to me. I didn't even know this. I thought I was the first handoff. And I'm not even supposed to be taking these interviews, but our sales manager fully stuffed that ramping up the new doctor on kind of sales stuff and taking helping with the call, so I had to take it. Didn't even know that they were already pre-vetted. So I spoke with some very nice setters, very nice setters, gave them a trial. So let's talk about that. I gave them a sort of trial task, and this is my first time doing this, so we're going to see exactly how it goes. But the trial task was to audit 5 calls from other from other setters, appointment setters that were successful, 5 that were unsuccessful, then write notes about what went wrong, what could have been better, what you would do better, then use these notes to create a new script based on what you've reviewed, right? And then, yeah, that's it. That's the task. And then today was the first day for the doctor, her first real day. And I'll be completely honest, I was nervous because it's some new shit. Like I'm always the guy that's like, I swear, it's just in life. Like I'm always just doing the most, doing extra. Like I'm a marketing agency. We just hired a fucking doctor. Like what are we doing, right? But looks like the shit worked, right? It's her first day on the back end, and we almost got our first $7,000 deal on her first day. Okay, and we would have gotten it, but the freaking lead couldn't figure out how to use technology well enough to sign up with Klarna or a firm or whatever financing firm she was trying to use. Literally, there were two prospects that were super bought in, super intense. So honestly, it almost been two 7K deals. The first one we had to send their and we had to do something or speak with the clinic to get an exact quote for their specific situation. And then the second one couldn't figure out how to fucking use Klarna or whatever, right? But overall, it seems like the authority presence plays a strong, strong role when it comes to these back end leads. One thing I did to grow today, delegated and instructed well. One thing I didn't do today, I can do better tomorrow. I think I got a bit lost in my to do list in terms of what is a priority and what's not. Sleep time, 6 hours. Unpredicted screen time, 49 minutes. Energy and focus, a 9 out of 10. Calendar's audited for tomorrow. Diet 1 out of 10. No sugar shit food. Diet 9 out of 10. I think I said 1 out of 10. Workout 9 out of 10. Hit legs. Read 15 pages. Promises honored. Um, I don't remember if I meditated today. I don't know why I can't remember. So it's unlikely that I didn't do some sort of like internal silence or thought process or something sort of meditation, but I really can't remember. So I'm just going to put no. Content created, built, worked on an SOP, set tomorrow's daily intentions, up to date with monthly goals, checked on them. And then phone is on charge outside the bedroom. See y'all tomorrow.